Okay, and we are back. Oh, what happened here with my damn nonsense? This isn't supposed to happen. Let's try this again. There we are. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome back to the Bootch and Pat Show. We're experiencing a few technical difficulties, but that's what happens when you take the show on the road and you're out of your own domain of your delightful, how do you say?
House
studio. You know, you got to get everything technically put back together and signed up. Now, we couldn't hear the opening intro, so if everybody out there that's watching or tuning in or listening, let us know immediately if our audio is not working properly so I can fix that. Anywho, we are broadcasting live from the Jenkintown Vfw. As you can see from me, all the veterans memorabilia. As you can see behind Bootch, the rest of the bar area. So, if
old school.
It's this is where it all began back in 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Wow, 8 years. I feel like we have aged like a fine wine.
Oh yeah, I'm going into my Clooney years. Every day, get better looking.
Every day. every day, every single day. You will also notice, for anybody that is tuning in, not via the podcast, but you're watching us through our YouTube channel or Facebook Live, as we are live right now, or any of the other formats that we have reformatted our program. Everything looks a little bit different. We got bigger screens, and as you can see, we have different ways of trying to set things in motion or what have you. So, as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. We have a Twitch account, which we still need to get things working on that.
And iHeartRadio.
As always, which we love to tell people, we are on iHeartRadio, so go on your smart device or any device that you have with the iHeartRadio app and say, play the Bootch and Pat Show, and we will show up.
When I tell people we're on the iHeartRadio, they're like, oh, really? I know that.
Yeah, I know.
People are like, you guys are on iHeartRadio? That's pretty good.
It is kind of entertaining when people, because that's like the big draw. It's like, because every single podcast, every single thing, it's like, oh yeah, you're on Apple Podcasts. Like, I know how to find that. Yeah. Oh, you're on Stitcher. I know how to find that. We're on iHeartRadio. Like, oh shit, it's like that?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are something. Well, we try. We figured out how to get our foot in the door, and they put us on there. So you can always follow us there. The chat room is open. Hopefully we get some texts coming through, so we'll find out how all that's going with everybody. Well, again, technical difficulties. We're going to figure it out. Your phone just died 5 seconds before
yeah,
we
that was my fault. I didn't charge it last night. Hey, at least my alarm went off this morning.
Yes, I thank you for that. But yeah, so we're going to figure things out as we go. One of the things that I wanted, we have so many things to talk about, but first and foremost, as always at the beginning of every show, Mr. Bootch, can you give us your weather forecast of the day?
Today is a gorgeous day, probably in the mid-70s. Lots of sun, lots of fun.
Yes, and we are, like I said, we are live at the Jenkintown VFW. Outside today is the Jenkintown Festival of the Arts. It used to be the Art Festival, used to be the Beer Festival.
Yeah.
Then it was the Jazz Fest. It was so many different things.
I think it started originated as the Jazz Fest.
I can't remember.
But
either way.
Once upon a time, they had the car. It was the car show.
That was cool when it was the car show. But that's when you used to have Jay's Produce. And then, where the church, where the school is, that used to be a parking lot. And then you had a parking lot over here where Jay's Produce was. And then they were like, no, we want to turn Jay's Produce into a park. So they put grass where a parking lot was. And then put a parking lot where it was very weird back then.
You used to have cars lined up down Johnson and
West, Leadham,
it was all
Greenwood.
over the place.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think the last time they did that,
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Probably about 20 years.
Which, in hindsight's not that long ago. I was still in high school when they did it the last time.
Yeah.
Obviously that was a while ago, but I don't know.
But this is cool. They have live music, food carts.
Food carts galore, which we're probably going to have to hit up. Or if anybody's in the area and wants to join us on the Bootch and Pat Show, you can feel free to stop by and we're going to give you our order so you can go pick us up some food.
I can go for some Humpty Dumplings.
Humpty Dumplings, some dollar dogs down at the firehouse. Actually, they're free, I believe.
No, they charge today.
They do? I thought they were taking donations. I didn't think they charged.
They charge $1 a dog.
Oh, so it is dollar dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll give them $10. I'll take 10 dogs.
Do you really need that many, sir? Do you really need that many? I feel obligated to bring this up.
It's funny. Talking about the hot dogs, there was like that meme going around. Did you see that? Like, it takes every hot dog you eat takes like 3 minutes off your life.
Yeah. So I had this conversation before you get into your meme, because I didn't see the meme, but I had that conversation with my girlfriend, and she kept saying, she's like, "Are you aware of this? Like, you eat like hot dogs." I said, "I gotta die sometime. Like, whatever. Take minutes off my life. I don't give a shit."
So yeah, I was talking to a bartender that works at a different bar, and he's like, "Yeah, I just saw that meme," and he's like, "I just came from a picnic where I had like 20 hot dogs. I think I'm going to be dead tomorrow."
It is something. I feel obligated to bring this up because we have not discussed this in quite some time. I'm going to say probably close to a year. And that is, we do have top fans of our website, like on our Facebook page.
That's
and stuff
right,
like that.
yeah.
However, we currently don't have any top fans.
Not
because
anymore?
If that's the case, I have been on borrowed time for a while. Well, thank you, Vincent McGraw. We appreciate you checking in on your hot dog conversation.
He does like his hot dogs.
He does like a good wiener in his mouth, that's for sure. But one of the things that wait, where was I going? What was I? Vinny got me all screwed up. What was I just talking about?
You were talking about hot dogs.
Nah, I thought we were doing something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She's weird. Hot dogs. Oh, we were talking about top fans.
Oh, top fans. See? There you go.
Got to stay on point. I'll get back to it. So we currently don't have any top fans, and that's because we don't have people sharing our stuff, commenting on our stuff enough that Facebook deems you as a top fan. But for those that comment and share our page, like Ruth Adair just did, thank you for the share, Ruth.
Okay, all right.
And for Vinny commenting, we will constantly and always give a shout out to you guys. So thank you very much, and keep up so we can get the word out for our show. Get everybody that we can. Top fans, maybe call it top dog. But bum.
Who's that? That's good.
That's still Vinny.
That was good. I like that. Man, I need some. I really can go for a hot dog now. I'm going to definitely crush some dogs over at the firehouse later.
And who's ratting me out? Now I'm getting a text from my girlfriend. I hope you're not talking about me on your show.
Oh, my God.
She's probably concerned because I have a 10-month-old at home, your godson. And we were sitting there, we were watching Aladdin this morning. And you know that song, A Whole New World?
I think everybody knows that song.
Yeah,
now.
So I was joking around about how, because when you're growing up, they always talk about how, sex and all that, they do some, perverted stuff in their movies or whatever.
Okay.
I said, if you took that theory, you took that song, A Whole New World, and, thought about it differently about how that song means, it's yeah, that's a very sexual song.
All right.
Let me take you on a magic carpet ride.
I never thought of a Disney song like that, but okay.
But if you think about it, it's let me take you on a magic carpet ride. It's all right, well, what's a different version of a bush? It's your carpet. It's here, sit on my face, whatever. It's I can show you the world.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
all right.
Don't close your eyes. It holds up. I'm just saying that's my theory. It got her grossed out, and then her response was, so with Little Mermaid. They keep talking about Ariel being 16, so isn't that statutory rape?
Yeah, it should be.
And I looked at her, I said, what? I said, she's a fish. And I shit you not.
Fish don't have ages?
I shit you not. Her deadpan. She goes, oh, so fish age differently than people? So then it's fine? I looked at her, I'm it's a goddamn cartoon. I don't care.
I mean, that dude looks like he's 50. And if she's 16, then that's kind of messed up.
So we need to do a quick word for our sponsors. So last week, and as always, we do our best to advertise for people. So White Horse Coffee and Creamery, you got your logo right there. on the screen.
Now opening up a new spot in Jenkintown.
It's already open, yeah.
Okay, all right,
That's
there you go.
Both on West Avenue, I believe.
Yeah, not too far
And
off from
I
each other.
believe they're out there today for the Jenkintown Festival of the Arts.
Just stop by, grab your coffee.
They did donate gift cards and some coffee and stuff like that for the Tailgate Classic last week. Also, somebody that showed up to sponsor our Tailgate Classic last week, A-Shock Energy. It's an energy company, like an energy drink company I know very little and quite honestly nothing about. They found us, wanted to reach out. They showed up with their team, had a whole little booth set up, and I think it was a big hit. A lot of people liked all that stuff.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, because
I used to be a Monster guy. I've been drinking this now.
I was gonna say the only things that I know about energy drinks are Red Bull and Monster. I know that there's other different versions of stuff, but I don't know enough about them because I know they exist. Like, doesn't The Rock have one right now? Dwayne Johnson,
Probably, most likely.
he's got one that's out there now. Hello, oh, from Whitehorse. Oh yes.
Hey, how are you?
Give me a quick second so I can get a mic set up for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can you pander until I get?
Oh yes, I didn't know if you were going on to the commercial break. So now we have the White Horse Cafe. They decided to show up from the Jenkintown Festival. So this is fun. It's kind of awkward just to talk on a microphone when nobody's actually talking to you. So I'm just going to sit here and drink the energy drink from our other sponsor, A-Shock. That, it's a fruit punch. It's not bad at all. And here we go.
All right, so we got Gene with us. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. Oh, let me get your microphone turned up. Go ahead. Say again.
Thanks for having me. Very exciting to be here. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everything that you've done, through the pandemic and, collaborating with us. And we did our best to try and make things, trying to help out with everybody. And we were just talking about you guys just opened a new store, correct?
Yeah, we opened a new location.
And you guys are fully open?
We are fully open. We opened Monday.
Oh, very good.
We were
very cool.
hustling to get it
There you
open
go.
before Arts Fest. It was interesting.
I can imagine.
Very cool.
And you're both, obviously your original location is on the corner of Leadham and West. Your new one is at West.
It's 615 West.
615
So it's almost
West, okay.
kind of diagonal across. It's right next to this little gallery.
Oh,
We're
nice,
Literally
yes.
right next door to this little
Gotcha.
gallery.
Okay,
Yep.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. So it's going to be a little different concept, but it's in addition. A lot of people are asking us, did you close? Did you move? We still have the coffee shop,
Okay,
but now this
very
is
good.
going to be our coffee roastery and sustainable products.
Oh, very
site.
nice.
So
Yes.
bulk foods, bulk coffee, anything bamboo, sustainable, a refill station for all of your cleaning products, your bath and body products, so we can start to try to stop purchasing single-use plastics and help the environment a little bit more, and maybe then we'll get back to having normal weather again.
That'd be nice.
Not having tornadoes touch down in Fort Washington,
Well, we got nice normal weather today for the Jenkintown Arts Fest.
I know,
So.
it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, you can't ask for something better than
And
that.
do you guys have a booth set up outside?
We
or?
don't.
Okay,
We weren't
but you guys are
sure.
open and
Yeah, we're
Okay.
open there today. We just weren't sure if we were going to be able to be open. It was sort of touch and go. So we thought, we won't do that, but we did manage to get open. So there is space that you can get right into our
Cool.
store.
Yeah.
There's actually, if you guys saw, because you're in sports, there's a really cool sports paraphernalia, Phillies, all different kinds of things right out in front of the new location.
Oh,
Out of
Too.
the- Okay.
Yeah.
I know Philly Word Art is usually here.
Okay.
The people that
oh,
do
yes.
that do the quotes or the
Right,
the
I
scores.
bought a
and
couple of those
yeah.
over the years. Yes.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, those are really cool. I've seen those too.
Yes.
They're really great. Now, these guys do something I think a little different. I'm not exactly sure, but I know they are very involved with Philadelphia sports and all their products.
Oh,
are
nice.
Philadelphia
Yeah.
sports related.
Oh,
so.
definitely going to check that
Well, when
out
we
when
go-
we get done.
I was gonna say when we do our meandering around to get some lunch or whatever, we'll have to
Yes.
check them out.
Nice.
Yes,
Are you
yes.
guys live here all day, or are you just here?
Up until before 1:00 before the game kicks off.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you got the-
I know nothing about sports. So you
Well, good
literally
thing you're
are
on a
having
sports
the
show.
worst person possible
Go
on your
sports
show.
ball today.
I know nothing about sports. I'm my husband's really into Flyers.
There you
Okay.
go. Okay.
We did have season tickets when I first met him, but
Well-
then kids came instead of season tickets,
and,
right?
Yeah.
Well, then
He
I'm
used
gonna
to work for them and
I'm gonna
stuff,
give you a
so.
quick spoiler if he's really into the Flyers. This is something that I'm gonna bring up later, but obviously, if he doesn't know how to follow us on Facebook or YouTube or any of that stuff where the video will be live, one of the things that we will be discussing a little later is that the Flyers are having a contest that fans can choose the song that plays when the Flyers score a goal. So you have to make your submission by the 23rd of September, I believe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So for all Flyer fans, that'll be something to
Flyers
keep your eyes
and
on.
music fans.
Yes. Well, yeah, I don't want to take away from people that are into music. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's really cool.
I know.
Yeah.
Because
Very
I remember,
excited.
I forget this. I mean, we went years and years ago. That was when the Flyers were like in the Stanley Cup. Like it was that long ago.
Well, they weren't. They
It was
were
what,
in the Stanley Cup.
2010.
2010. Okay, not
Yeah.
like 1997.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was like 2010, and it
Okay.
was great. I mean, we used to have so much fun going to them, but then life got in the way. Hopefully, we'll get back to getting to some Flyers games.
They're going to be young. They're going to be good. They'll be fun to watch again. So
yeah, get my kids into it, and yeah.
As long as they don't lose the big game to somebody that shares my name.
Oh.
yeah. Patrick Kane beat the Flyers in 2010. So
Oh, got it. Yeah. Well, again, I know nothing about. I know about horses. That's
There you
the
go.
sport, equestrian. You need to know anything about horses. I can tell you about that, but I have nothing. I've never. Yeah. Golf. I know a little bit about golf.
okay,
Okay.
there
Did
you
you guys
go.
ever cover any golf?
Usually
Once in a
around
while.
the closer we get to the Masters.
To-
Masters.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
major ones. Yeah.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know a little bit about golf. That's about. But my husband, I have to get him listening to this.
There you
He would
go.
Love it.
Definitely.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much for.
Thanks for stopping by. We
having me.
appreciate it. If there's any like
things.
info that you want to throw out there, by all means, here's your opportunity.
Here's my opportunity. Yeah, well, we're open at the cafe today. We've got organic coffee. We have fraps. We have milkshakes. We also have soft serve ice cream and
The
sundaes.
Dole Whip.
The Dole Whip.
The pineapple Dole Whip is my favorite, yeah.
Right now, I think we have raspberry.
Okay,
but it's
all right.
really good too.
All right.
So,
I'm going
and
to
that's
stop
vegan.
up and try that one too. Yeah.
Come try it. It's great. It's great. It'll be warm today, so it'll be a nice,
Yes.
refreshing
Oh, yeah.
treat for the day. Iced coffees, treats, different kinds of little treats and things for the kids. And then at the new location, we have our refill station open and bulk foods, bulk coffee. Eventually, we will have cold brew growlers, which is kind of fun because then you can take it home with you and have
Okay.
your White Horse cold brew at your house in the morning.
There you go.
But for now, we have we're open at 615 West Avenue and at 700 West Avenue.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thank you very
much.
much.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me. Have fun today.
All right. Have
You
a great
too.
day. Enjoy. That was a fun little pop in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's always good. Always good to.
If more people are around Jenkintown that want to hop on in, come on, we're here.
I'm saying this is what we're all about. You know, taking care of our local people, taking care of everything and anything that we can as far as advertisement. So obviously that was a word for our sponsors. White Horse actually showed up while we were doing the word of our sponsors, and A-Shock Energy, who we were talking about. They both hooked us up last week during the Tailgate Classic. Let's break that down real quick. What a fun afternoon that was last week. Aside from the Eagles game, which we will get to real quick. Tailgate Classic came together, went very well.
Everybody had a blast.
Everybody had a blast. Everybody's been saying to us last week, people have been saying to me all leading up through this week, you guys got to do this more than once a year. You cannot just do this once a year. And that was kind of like the game plan. Do Wing Madness in the spring.
Which I need to get back to. And now I'm working with the champion, the former champion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said, yeah.
So I'm going to have to bring him in. We're going to have to take off from acute care so I can just beat him one-on-one so that I can take that belt back, suckers.
You got to throw that out there. It's like, if you beat me.
We're going to be having wing-off contests at work.
if you beat me, you no longer are employed here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, we need all the employees you can get nowadays. So
yeah. So the one thing was, because our game plan was to have Wing Madness in the spring, obviously March Madness, and then we were going to close out the summer with the Tailgate Classic because tailgating goes hand in hand with football, and that was kind of like the idea. But everybody's like, "Oh, you got to do it more. You got to do it more. Got to do it more." So we're in the process of doing more.
right.
So we're going to try and work out and try and figure out how we can do a second round of this. Probably my guess would be, I'm thinking May when the weather's a little bit
When
better.
the weather changes again, probably May sounds good. I know.
Right.
I know the VFW like us to do it again. They had a good day doing it.
Yeah. I think it all went well, and especially again for the first time.
That was the first time it went off without a hitch.
For the very first time. I mean, like there are some hiccups. There's some.
You got some teams that bail out at the last second. I'm not going to mention any names, but kind of flakes on a lot of things.
Like buying tickets to a Phillies
Like
game.
Phillies game at the last second. I know bartender Tim's still not too happy about that one.
Yeah, that's all valid. That's all very true.
Hey, that was just a $50 donation towards us. Whatever.
Well, that is one thing that he did say was, enjoy my donation.
Yeah.
So.
You want to hand me over your cup there?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Always bartending here.
Keep it going.
Well,
so,
cold runs out.
but aside from all of that, that was ultimately it was a fun afternoon. And for the most part, I mean, we had 18 teams. Linda Barter, a follower of the show, she took all of the photos, so you can find that on our Facebook page.
A lot of great photos.
You can. I also downloaded them and put them on our Instagram page, so you can find them there too.
Our IG page. Is that what they call it? I have no idea.
In real, what?
IG.
Oh yeah,
Is
Instagram.
that,
Yeah. The IG page. I thought. I don't know what I thought.
I was just trying to be hip. All right.
Oh, you're hip. You're so hip.
Dude, these kids at work tell me some things. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. I thought I used to be cool.
I thought I used to be cool. I'm not. I don't know what else to do.
That's what turning 40 almost does to you.
Well, that could happen. So let me see if I can make this work real quick.
What are you trying to make work here?
Well, since you don't have a cell phone because it died, I'm trying to get this one working. So I want to try and see. It doesn't look like I'm gonna be allowed to post underneath the show. Looks like it would be under my own personal account, so that's not going to work. I was going to try and see if we could get a poll as far as from people. It's like, what do you think? Like, we're aiming for May. Like, what works? Do we want to do it closer to Memorial Day weekend? That's a big time. Everybody goes away.
Yeah.
One of the things was everybody kept saying it's like, why do it on a Sunday? You could have done it Labor Day weekend. Everybody been off on Monday.
We had a lot of fantasy football drafts that week.
True.
That was a big fantasy football weekend. If we do it May, I would do it maybe the week before. Make it like a Phillies theme type gig on a Saturday.
Okay. So we'll figure it out, but we got plenty
4 o'clock Phillies game leading into it.
So we got plenty of time to figure all that out.
It will definitely happen again.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen. I just got to figure out.
And we got to make sure everybody got their bean bags back.
I got it all taken care of.
Oh, there you go. Look at you.
I got it all taken care of.
I was really stressing about it.
You have no idea.
I really wasn't.
I know you weren't.
I didn't even think about it until right now.
Yeah. So some of the nonsense that's going on in the world. SEPTA.
SEPTA nonsense? What?
Looking to change their name.
What, the terrible bus service?
SEPTA. They're looking to change their name. Like there's, I read an article that said
SEPTA is a pretty terrible name. It sounds like septic.
Well, it's just the abbreviation for.
I get what it is.
What's it?
But
Southeastern Pennsylvania
Transit
Association
yeah.
Authority. Who knows?
Sounds
Either way,
right. Sounds pretty close.
But it's SEPTA. So now and to change it, like it's I think they said it's like a $5 million project or something as far as marketing and everything. Change out all the logos. And the new name that they're looking to go
How about
with
clogs up the right lane when you're trying to get by them on a Friday afternoon? Fuckers.
So the new name that they're looking for is the Metro.
Well, that sounds actually not. That actually doesn't sound too bad.
I'm just assuming they're going with that idea because everywhere at every station you have like the Metro newspaper magazine thing. It's like, okay, you're gonna name it after.
When I used to drive a bus and employees for hospitals, I used to read the Metro every day when I had to drop them off at Bridge and Pratt.
Now, see, like. My point in bringing up SEPTA is obviously because everybody in this anybody that listens to this show, anybody that follows us, anybody that lives in this area, everybody deals with SEPTA, whether you ride it or you ride behind it.
I've never been on a SEPTA bus.
Ever?
Not once.
You never took the SEPTA bus just to get to the Willow Grove Mall as a teenager?
Not once.
Wow. You're missing out.
Yeah, right. I don't think so. I think I'm good.
I don't think so, Tim.
Yeah. I'm taking school buses.
Way different. Actually, yeah.
Taking the subway. Taking the train.
Yeah, I know. I've done those with you. But the only time I can see that. That's possible.
A boat. I almost drowned in a boat.
Who hasn't? Have you ever really lived if you've never tried to drown in a boat?
I mean, it would have been pretty tough. The water was only like 6 feet, but
but one of the reasons I bring up the SEPTA thing is because it affects everybody. But also, I've been noticing lately, mainly on the radio for radio commercials, like because I listen to 93.3 WMMR and I listen to Alt 104.5.
Okay.
I hear it a lot on their commercials, and I've seen 2 on actual TV, and they're commercials about obeying the traffic laws when it comes to trains. So, like, you know how, like, you have those truth commercials that try and, like, scare you straight to not smoke? Right. It's like, oh, this goes in your lungs. And this is, like, trying to tell you, it's like, hey, these are the scenarios if you disobey, like, the bars that come down. You try and, it's like, trains can't stop. Like, it takes them, like, a mile to finally, like, stop. Like, they don't stop. And all I kept thinking to myself is this really a necessity? Is this really something that, like, we like, people don't know this by now? Like, I mean, granted, everybody knows that you can get, like, cancer and stuff from cigarettes and all that other crap. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but, you know, there's always going to be people. But really, when it comes to obeying traffic laws, there's a big need for, hey, don't try and beat a train. I don't get that.
Sounds pretty stupid to me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it one bit. But I digress. Also in the area, one Mr. Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I mean...
filming his... I think it's a movie, but I believe it's a Netflix movie.
It's probably a Netflix movie because he had a big... they gave him a lot of money to make so many certain amount of movies for Netflix a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
The Happy Madison Productions. He's been around town for way longer than the movie started. He'd be going around to different basketball courts all around Philadelphia just doing pickup games.
That's because he's been living here doing the movie.
Well, no, he wasn't even doing the movie at this time. He was just doing pickup games.
I know. Because the movie is about basketball.
I know it's about basketball, but he was...
It's called Hustle.
Yeah, I get it. But he wasn't filming the movie in these pickup games.
I'm assuming because he was filming the movie in Philly, he needed to play these pickup games to get his game up. Like, the man loves...
Oh, yeah, I know.
He loves basketball. But some of the courts, I was wondering, I'm like, where is he playing?
Well, the one I saw, he was playing at Emotep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because, and, you know, this is probably stupid, and I'm sure everybody will be like, yeah, that is stupid. I'm surprised he wasn't playing at the Jenkintown courts.
What, like the half courts?
Oh, that's right. They turn them into half courts.
Turn them into half courts.
Then where's the closest basketball court, like, outside here?
There's probably ones in Abington all over the place. Probably Albathorpe probably has one.
Well, either way, the only reason I bring that up is because at work, everybody's been talking like they've been shutting down Manor College.
Yeah.
Because that's where they're filming in the gymnasium or something. So I was like, oh, so if he's in Jenkintown, Abington area, I'm like, oh, well, where's there a basketball court outside to go play a pickup game? I'm like, Jenkintown courts. But I completely forgot that
it looked like he was going all over the city, just playing random games in the city.
No, I knew that because, like, the majority of the movie is being... The only thing that they're filming in the suburbs was indoors, like I'm assuming it's supposed to be some type of stadium, arena, something like that.
I heard there was going to be some Sixers in it, too.
Yeah, you got...
I heard everybody pretty much but Ben Simmons.
Even Hollywood says, nah, we're good.
Ben Simmons, Mr. Hollywood, who lives out in L.A., is even got shunned from this movie.
Ben Simmons... I'm telling you, like, now obviously we haven't been on the air in what, 2 weeks or so, like, because last time it was like the end of August when we did it because we had Labor Day, then we had the Tailgate Classic. Since that, obviously he's done. He doesn't want to come back. He wants nothing to do with Philly. There's been tons of stuff like Charles and Shaq tore him apart, talking about all his nonsense. And I'm not going to get into all that stuff because as you and I were talking about prepping the show, it's like I just write down everything. Even though it's been 2 weeks, it's like this stuff's stale, it's old, but...
Yeah, we ain't Daily News.
We ain't the Daily News. We're not here to recap.
We ain't the Metro.
We're not a transportation company?
No, the newspaper.
Oh. Got it. My bad.
Oh, man. Stay focused.
But yeah, so So the newest thing that I recently read yesterday or 2 days ago is the Sixers are fully expecting Ben Simmons to show up. Like, they think everything will be...
This is a phone booth back here. Everybody just comes back and takes phone calls back here.
Well, I know you hate watching replays and stuff. This is a side note. I know you hate to watch our show because you don't like listening to yourself talk or whatever.
I hate listening to myself talk. I don't know why anybody wants to hear me talk.
I highly suggest you watch at least some of the replay because, like, the camera that's pointed at you is as wide as, like, the edge of that door all the way to, like, the pipes over here.
Okay.
And while we were talking, I think before she came on for promoting Whitehorse, Tony was in the background on the phone, and I don't know who he's talking to, but he's like flailing his arms, walking around. I was like, I don't know what that was about, but it wasn't like super comical, but it was one of those.
Maybe I'm gonna have to.
Why is this in the background?
Yeah, that's gonna be funny to watch.
But yeah. So what are your thoughts there on Ben Simmons and the Sixers situation?
He's a douche. He'll be here. We're not going to trade him.
But
he demanded to get out of here, which already killed our trade bait for him. So he'll be back. There we go.
Now, even though it's like he'll be back, it's like whatever. Is he going to be back in the scenario that we saw Aaron Rodgers last week? It's like, I'm here to play, but I'm not going to play great.
Aaron Rodgers looked like he was so disinterested last week, but I think he's going to bounce back. There's no way that they lose the Lions. No, Ben Simmons will be here and he'll play great because that's the only way he'll get out of this town. Aaron Rodgers is a 2-time MVP with a Super Bowl championship, so with only 1 year left on his deal, Ben Simmons is here for a long time.
True, and I kind of feel bad. I hope our listener fan base, Vinny, is still listening. I hope he's tuned in. If he's not, somebody needs to text him and say, "Hey, tune into this part because we want to get your opinion on this." And actually, I'm going to text him real quick because my next talking point, the two weirdest crime stories that are going on right now in the United States.
Oh, he is my crime partner.
I'm not trying to like sit down and like break this apart and everything like that, but obviously it's something that needs to be like brought up. But before we get into that, that's you guys believe that you guys are like private investigators, detectives, or whatever.
We cracked the case of the chick that went missing in Philadelphia.
You cracked the case of the girl that went missing in Philly.
Yeah. We figured out what happened to her. And then remember, like an hour later, they said everything that happened to her. Like, it was like,
yes,
we did it.
Yeah.
But we did not.
and that would be the girl that, ended up like crashing her car, went through the windshield, and the tornado happened.
And it took her through, and she hit that river right there. And
so my question is, as far as you and Vinny are concerned, what's your platform? Do you need like a podcast like this?
True crimes?
Do you need like a true crimes TV show? Because I would love, I'm not going to lie, it might be a short show, but I would love to watch you guys try and break down these two absolutely bizarre crimes.
I mean, there'd be a lot of hot dog eating going on. I can tell you that.
The two crimes are obviously the lawyer Murdaugh, or if that's how you say his name, down in South Carolina. You know this story yet?
I don't know that one.
So this one,
I've been following the other one so much.
So this one, and forgive me, anybody that's listening, if I get any facts or whatever wrong. I'm just shooting off the hip real quick. It's him, his wife, and he's got two somewhat like older sons, like old teenagers, young adults.
Okay.
Apparently, his wife and one son were murdered. They were shot and killed at because they, I believe it had to do with like changing a tire on the side of the road.
Right.
They were shot and killed, murdered. And that's still an open investigation, I believe. Nobody's like come forward. They haven't caught anybody. And then out of nowhere, this lawyer, who's a very well-known lawyer down in South Carolina, hires a hitman to kill himself. So that way it doesn't look like suicide, and that his remaining son could reap the $10 million life insurance policy on his dad.
That's
so
ridiculous.
So the kid would lose his whole family, but here's $10 million. And the reason it went,
Would you take $10 million over your whole family?
No. I mean, that's a lot of money, but it's like
$10 million could buy you a whole new family.
but you wouldn't forget the memories that were there.
I know.
But then the problem was the hitman shot him in the head, and he survived. And then it became like this whole thing, and this is where it gets weird because it's like, why is he hiring a hitman? Apparently, the hitman or the guy that he hired was one of his clients for like a domestic abuse or something like that.
Okay.
And the lawyer himself is a recovering drug addict, or maybe he's not recovering. He's just a huge drug addict, into meth, all this other stuff.
Oh, sounds like a good lawyer.
So he didn't pay the hitman money. He was paying him in drugs, his drugs. Like, the whole thing is so goddamn weird. So now the remaining son gets no money, lost his whole family. His dad's going to go to jail forever. The guy, the lawyer, ratted out the guy that was the assassin. The assassin's going to jail for, I mean, I guess it's attempted murder because the guy didn't die.
Well, he's also an assassin. They can probably dig up some other stuff on him.
Such a weird story.
That's bizarre.
Such a weird story.
I got to look into that one.
And then as that story's unfolding, then you have which is national news right now, the Gabby Petito, that's how you say her name, Petito story, which initially, when that came out, for me, it was like cut and dry, boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Boyfriend. Like, there's no question.
I heard the story for like 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, yeah, the boyfriend offed her, definitely.
Yeah, like, that's it. And then I was like, all right, story over. And then every single day, something else comes out. Something else changes. Something else gets different. And I sit there and go, this is like a Lifetime movie. Like, this is like some bizarre stuff. This is a true, this is literally going to be like the new Tiger King when they film it.
It's definitely going to be a Dateline.
Oh my God. And I know we make jokes and we're laughing and stuff, but it is it's very serious because nobody knows if she's alive.
Nobody knows if either of them are alive. As far as I know, he's still missing.
Well, that's the weirdest thing. I shouldn't say the weirdest thing. It's the newest weirdest thing.
He told his family he was going to go try to look for her or whatever, and then he disappeared.
On Tuesday.
But he didn't say it, but the family didn't say anything until 4 days later.
Yeah.
It's very, very odd.
It's so weird.
Maybe they had that lawyer hitman do whatever.
I'm telling you. This is such a weird story. And everybody's like, oh, the boyfriend's going to kill himself. And it's like,
he might have already.
He may have. It's like, I hope he doesn't, because if he does, then nobody's ever going to find Gabby or what.
But then there's 2 murdered people that they went camping with or whatever at the same campground that's associated with it.
Yeah, so that you had the lesbian couple that were murdered.
Okay.
I did hear that they probably don't think it's related, but it's still very weird.
Then you have fishy.
Then you have the chick on TikTok that said they picked him up as a hitchhiker. He offered $200 for them to drive him out of Grand Teton. So it's like, all right, well, if he's hitchhiking, where's the van?
Yeah.
That he had when he there's so many things that don't make sense. I'll tell you right now, my theory, and I don't really care if people like my theory or not. I think something happened. I think he and Gabby witnessed this murder of the 2 lesbians.
Okay.
Whoever that person is.
Okay.
They kidnapped her and said, if you talk, we'll kill her.
Well, that
and that's why
twist on the whole story.
That's my theory, and that's why I think he's quiet. He's not doing anything. He's whatever.
So, okay. So where did he disappear to?
I don't know.
Do you think they took him then?
I think maybe he got like a phone call or something and said, there's too much heat. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, maybe he went to the Everglades and just got eaten by an alligator. I don't know. But it's a weird goddamn story.
Damn right it is.
It's one of the weirdest stories. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I was hoping that Vinny was going to comment back on here, because I really would. I would pay money to watch that. That would be like the new Tiger King show.
He's eating hot dogs somewhere.
Watching you too.
He's getting ready for the Steelers.
That's true. He does love his Steelers. And then one of my last, I do have a few random stories, but one of my last actual that ties in. BetMGM for the very first time, took their first bet from outer space.
Okay.
With the people that went up with SpaceX.
Sounds stupid, but okay.
Well, the people that went up with SpaceX, whoever was up there, he placed a bet. I think he took the over on Thursday night's game.
Okay.
And then he bet a $4,000 bet that the Philadelphia Eagles would win the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow. Well, they are from Jersey, so makes sense.
Yeah. So that's a thing that they can say that they took a bet from outer space. And the whole outer space thing that's going on with all these millionaires, it's very...
Billionaires,
whatever you want to call them. It's very odd. But we'll see how things pan out. This was one thing that we did discuss, that you were the one that broke this news to me, and I wanted to bring it up for today's show. So I'm not... Shit, I wish I had this like prepped and ready to go. But I know. I'm doing my best here. Doing my best. Thank you. But this is you breaking the news to me about Norm Mcdonald.
I used to actually be on this show. You know? I used to do the weekend update news routine. You remember that? And yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes.
Did you ever hear his
that was me, right?
monologue for Saturday Night Live?
Then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job. And they felt the exact opposite.
Like he was good.
So,
I watched
so you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny.
I want to get to the
But
punchline.
now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so damn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time
This'll be
for
it.
a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad.
So yeah, Norm Macdonald passed away, age of 61.
I was watching it was an old Conan clip from like the 90s, and
Yeah,
Courtney
there-
Thorne-Smith was on it.
I saw that one too.
And he's just ripping her. He's like, because she was doing a movie, Chairman of the Board.
She was doing a movie with Carrot
Yeah.
Top. Yeah.
And he's like, was it Chairman of the Board? BORED?
Yeah.
It sounds like a terrible movie to me.
Yeah, he was, when I was in college, one of the many things that when you meet people and you just kind of, you become friends with people. Out of everybody I met when I was in college, I had one friend that was the only person that had ever seen Dirty Work.
So they were in talks about doing Dirty Works too.
Oh, were they?
Bob Saget was talking about they were doing it. And then like a month later, he died. We're sitting at the V one night talking about the sequel.
Dirty Work was such a good movie.
So I guess they're not doing it.
Norm Macdonald died. Artie Lang's nose
messed up.
disappeared. Did you ever see his face?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Creepy and weird. But yeah, so that's a
Cocaine's
shame.
a hell of a drug.
It is. Yeah. It is weird that on our show setup that I have like a segment that's set aside for celebrity deaths, because since we brought back the show, there have been so many. Chadwick Boseman, Van Halen, like
The whole Van Halen.
yeah, all of Van Halen. They all died.
And a SEPTA crash.
I did not get the pictures and everything ready for this, but in food news,
Okay.
this actually ties into Steve Parker and Sean Moser, like the listeners here, and you can appreciate it. Fireball is coming out with mini kegs.
Oh yeah. That's old news.
That was this week.
Oh.
Not that old. It's not that old. That was this week, brother.
I felt like I saw that a while ago.
No. That's fine. So let's jump ship here for a second. We'll go into the Sunday Punchline. We've been broadcasting it so many times, trying to get people to chime in, throw out their ideas, the things that they want to talk about, anything along those lines, so we can check out what we got going on the Sunday Punchline. Do I have music for this? I don't think I do. Oh, wait, I do. This one says Sunday Punchline. What is it? Oh, look at that. We got music.
Oh, my God.
So we got a text from listener Nick. It says,
Today?
without Bootch, this show would be Pat's incoherent ramblings about sports from the corner seat at the VFW.
Was that from today?
No.
Oh.
No. So there's that one. Thank you, listener Nick, for giving your 2 cents. I'm so glad he's my fantasy league partner.
Well, I pay him, so.
Let's see what we got here.
I'm his boss nowadays. He's got to say nice things.
Let's see what we got here.
Hey, why is Buckets whack?
Why is Buckets whack?
Yeah, he sounded like he was having a good time.
Having a good time, maybe too much of a good time. Maybe should have gone home after 10 drinks before that. We'll see, but I'm not gonna jump down the throat of another bar. You don't like it? Don't be there. Let's see who we got here. Griff from Glenside.
Hey, this is Griff from Glenside. I just want to say, I fucking hate SEC refs. They're blowing this fucking game. What's all about this? I don't understand. I just want you guys to talk about it on an award-winning show like the Bootch and Pat show. Alright, listen to you tomorrow.
Well, thank you, Griff from Glenside. You sound very familiar to me. So what do you want to talk about there? The SEC refs.
SEC refs. I don't understand why. See, the only reason Auburn came up to Penn State was if they brought their own referees. SEC travels with their own refs. They were terrible last night. 4 blown calls. Penn State had to punt the ball on 3rd down.
One of the most bizarre things I'd ever seen, and that's when I tuned into the game. Like, I didn't see the beginning. I didn't because I had my son trying to get him to go to sleep, so had to watch cartoons. So when I finally got to turn on the game,
you don't have to. I don't think he notices.
Trust me, he does. It's like Freak Out City. But I turn on the game and they're punting on 3rd down. I'm like, what's happening? Yeah. And I'm watching all the replays. I'm like, man, this is wild. And then it didn't get any better after that. I mean, it just continued. Intentional grounding after throwing the ball 30 yards.
And he wasn't out of the pocket. Then there was a late hit on the quarterback when he ran out of bounds. Guy was trying to hold him up, right, and he played acting and fell over.
Is that that'll probably be your turn of the week, I bet. But
the SEC refs, they are my turn of the week.
Oh, yeah? We'll get to that a little later. Let's go through some more. What do we got here? Tyrone?
Hey, this is Tyrone from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Yo, I heard they're remaking The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What's up with that? It's pretty whack. Let me know what your thoughts are. Peace out, bitches.
Peace out, bitches. Tyrone, you still sound familiar.
Yeah,
maybe you and Griff are friends. Who knows? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air coming back as a reboot, but as a drama. Thoughts?
I'll watch it. Well, it's on the Peacock, so who's going to be able to watch it? It's going to be so
glitchy.
Glitchy, yeah.
You're watching it on the cock.
Yeah.
Have they actually announced anything about whether or not they fixed their glitching?
No, I tried to go on it the other day. It was worse.
But I mean, has anybody researched it?
No.
Nothing online or anything like that?
No.
All right.
They're terrible.
Let's see. What do we got here? Well, I think this was a butt dial.
Hi, this is Frank. I'm just calling to let you know that your car's warranty is up. And you'd like to make a deal. Please call back. 1-215-267.
All right.
So just give him a bunch of area codes. 215-267.
And of course, he had to start with the 1.
Yeah.
Which I will say that is something that during this pandemic has been very apparent for everybody. Your car warranty is up. You know what the new one that I'm getting? I'm getting text messages from random numbers saying, "Hey, thanks for paying your AT&T bill for August. Here, click this link for a free giveaway."
No.
Well, I know. I'm not stupid.
I get the DNC all the time asking for donations. I'm Republican. Why are you sending me stuff?
During the election, I was getting...
I still do.
During the election, I was getting both. I'd asked around. You're the only other person I knew that was getting text messages.
I get at least one text message a month from the DNC asking for a $10 charitable donation. Sounds like a scam to me.
Sounds like a big scam. And then the last message of the day on the Sunday Punchline. What do we got?
Yo, this is Bryce Harper. You know I like more than banging bitches, more than MVPs. Go Phillies.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Bryce Harper calling into the show.
Sure. Sure.
You're Philadelphia MVP, man. He said it right. He used to bang bitches and win MVPs.
You know he's married and has like 2 kids,
Well,
right?
he bangs his bitch.
Okay. So there's that.
Man, Bryce Harper calling into the hotline. It didn't even really sound like him, though.
No, it didn't. Kind of sounded like Griff. Kind of sounded like Tyrone.
Oh.
So who knows?
Maybe Ben Simmons calling it next week. You never know.
Oh, God, I hope not. But anyway, that was our Sunday Punchline. If you liked what you had to hear or you didn't like what you had to hear, feel free to join in. You can always give us a call. The number is 24/7. It's 585-270-0705. You can text. You can leave a voicemail. You can even do it right now while we're on the air, and maybe we'll get back to it before the show is over. Yeah, that was different. But it was still good. I appreciate it. You know, thanks for all that nonsense. Let's see. We were at 12:24.
Somebody's got to make the show funny.
The show is funny. Damn it.
Quick break so I can charge my phone and get back to power rankings.
Yeah. So right now, I'll say we're going to take a quick 15-minute break, but it won't be. It won't be 15 minutes. But there's like a countdown clock. So I don't know why he's calling me. Is he at the bar? I'll deal with that. Economy. Anyway, we'll take a quick little break. You guys can hang tight, and we will be back momentarily. Where do I have the commercial? Yeah, probably for that.
Oh.
Go Birds!
Go Birds. Good morning. Good morning. Go Birds.
Ah, race day, nothing like it. Love race day. Go Birds, go Birds, go Birds, go Birds, go Birds!
What's up, man? You know who I am? I'm BG. You think you gonna stare at me like that?
Muy favorables y es un buen fin de semana para Go Birds.
Orders for Go Birds. Go Birds, go Birds, go Birds!
Looking real skinny over there. Looking real rubbery. Definitely about to get folded.
He had Brandon Graham and the Eagles were...
Good night, sweetie.
Good night, Daddy. Good night, Swoop. Good night, Jason Kelsey and Brandon Brooks. Good night, Lane Johnson.
Mantra as we exhale. Go Birds.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith.
What's your Wi-Fi password? I've tried Go Birds, exclamation point, Go Birds 4133, Go Birds in all caps, and Go Birds forever. Try Beat Dallas. Got it.
Darius Slay.
Good night, Darius Slay and Miles Sanders and Devontae Smith.
Man, what happened to my stuff?
Good luck with that. Still got feathers in my locker.
Go Birds. You can't move like me. You can't move at all. I'm smart. You a dummy.
Oh, I thought you said go blonde. Go birds.
I mean, I love it, but might need a darker visor.
He fires one for a touchdown.
You ain't got no soul.
Gobert. He is hit. He's blocked.
Open your chakras, Brandon. I'm gonna stay away from you, Lane.
First down tackle. He is hit by McLeod.
Our moment is now.
Back at the 25. Pressure time. He is going deep. It is a touchdown to Turd.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds!
Fan runs through brick wall. Go Birds.
Our crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich can make you feel a lot of things. The spicy one can make you feel, what's the word? Tingly? Yeah, tingly. McDonald's spicy, crispy chicken sandwich. Order ahead on the app.
Mr. T here.
Mr. T.
Yeah, what y'all want?
Will you turn to cold washing with Tide?
What your jibber jabber?
Tide cleans better in cold than the bargain brand in hot.
So Mr. T can wash his hands, tees, in cold.
You could save up to $100 on your energy bill.
Mr. T will turn to cold, and so will this fool.
I turn to cold.
You know, technically, you're Mr. T.
Technically, Steve.
Throughout my life, the 10 rings gave our family power. If you want them to be yours one day, you have to show me you are strong enough to carry them.
You are a product of all who came before you. The legacy of your family. You are your mother. And whether you like it or not, you are also your father.
I told my men they wouldn't be able to kill you if they tried. Glad I was right. You're just a criminal who murders people. Be careful how you speak to me, boy. I thought I could change my name. Start a new life. But I could never escape his shadow. My son, you can't run from your past. Is this what you wanted?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
You got this.
Thank you.
Now playing in theaters near you.
How can we help?
This is a giant eyesore.
All you have to do is point.
Oh, take that. Nice. Wow. Oh, baby, this is fun. This is amazing.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese stuffed shell. But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you. The quesalupa's cheese stuffed shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
Once upon a time, the earth erupted, bearing treasure in its soil. A gambler named Jose Cuervo harvested those riches and bet his future on tequila. On Cinco de Mayo in 1862, Mexico defeated the French, and a rebel named Jose Cuervo served the shots. For 13 years, Prohibition left Americans high and dry. And a hero named Jose Cuervo slaked their thirst. When a beauty named Margarita walked into a bar, a romantic named Jose Cuervo mixed an icon in her honor. Some even say Jose Cuervo was the name that inspired beach volleyball. For 219 years, the Cuervo family has made history their own way. For 219 years, they've made 100% agave Cuervo Tradicional.
Iced tea, stone cold. Calling on everyone to turn to cold washing with Tide.
Hello, my name is Iced Tea. Can you spare a few seconds to learn about cold water washing with Tide?
Hi, my name is Steve. Did you know washing in cold can save you $100 a year on your energy bill?
Why wouldn't you turn to cold? It helps the environment.
What? Because Stone Cold said so. Plus, Tide cleans great in cold.
Finding new routes to reach your customers and new ways for them to reach you is what business is all about. It's what the United States Postal Service has always been about. So as your business changes, we're changing with it, with e-commerce that runs at the speed of now. Next day and 2-day shipping nationwide, same-day shipping across town, returns right from the doorstep, and deliveries 7 days a week. It's a whole new world out there. Let's not keep it waiting.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did. The drones that are yours.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. Then how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man? Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
So, Peter, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange. Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't. The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really know.
Stop talking!
What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is you trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes. Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
Hello, Peter.
All right, so we took a quick little break and we have returned. Thank you for bearing with us. Let me turn off the little commercial break sign, get rid of that. So we're back on. It's 12:37, so let's rock it through some stuff.
Rock it through.
obviously, the main reason that we are here today is so that we can cover what everybody's waiting on, and that is our Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles game day, baby.
There we go.
Eagles game day. It's, oh, man.
EAGLES Eagles.
Let's get it going. Last week, week 1, go into Atlanta.
Yeah.
And wipe the floor with them.
Very clean win by the Eagles. Atlanta's not good. They're going to be a 4-win team. But the old Eagles would have left a bad team like Atlanta lingering around to the end, and we just mopped the floor with them.
Yes.
Didn't even give them a chance. Defensive line, offensive line played well. Up-tempo offense. You got the 2 young wide receivers going. Got Kenny Gainwell going. I just loved every...
I was going to say thank you for clarifying that because Kenny G's not playing. He's not playing the clarinet.
No, but that's his nickname, Kenny G. You're going to be hearing me say that name a lot this year, so get used to that. It's Kenny Gainwell, Fletcher Cox's cousin.
Yes.
Little Cox.
So after wiping the floor with them, everybody's jumping on the Eagles bandwagon. If you weren't, you're on it now.
I said before the season, the Eagles are going to be better than people thought.
I know. And one of the big things that a lot of the talking heads that said it out there, Jalen Hurts is not NFL quarterback ready yet. He, based off what they saw last season, it's like, he's still young. He's still a kid. He looked poised. He looked great. And the connection between him and Devontae Smith, that's going to be a fun duo to watch.
Even him and Rager look good.
Yes.
I thought the offense looked really good. Baldinger sort of pissed me off this week because he said this offense looked very Chip Kelly-esque.
I did not hear that one.
I did not like to hear that. But it was very up-tempo. They ran some RPOs. They ran the ball very good.
Okay.
Like Jason Kelsey looked like he was 25 years old again. I saw one play where he knocked out 2 guys to open up a hole for Miles Sanders. He looked very good.
Yes.
Malagado on the left-hand side who just got paid to get laid looked very good.
Yes, so one of the questions, and again, because people are jumping, because everybody's energy gets pumped. Everybody gets, out of control and this is the team to beat. This is going to be the team. This is going to be better. Their defense looked good.
Defense looked good. Slay was awesome.
Question I did hear, are they a top 10 defense? I know it's early on to say. I know it's early on to have a discussion about.
Well, that's a bad offense he went up against.
I understand. But based off of what you saw, is that pump your brakes. Let's see how the next 2 games go.
Let's see how the first 6 games is going to be the telling tale.
Okay.
You got the 49ers. You still got the Buccaneers. You got some tough teams coming up. Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a tough road in these top 6 games.
Yes. Hurts to Devontae. Hurts jerseys, because of last week's game. 500% it went up.
Did you see Sirianni yesterday in practice wearing a Jalen Hurts t-shirt?
I did.
He had his face on his shirt because he just wanted to prove that he is his quarterback.
Yeah.
Sirianni is becoming a fan favorite very quickly. And you know how you become a fan favorite in Philadelphia? By winning.
Yes. And speaking of Sirianni, this past week he decided to take the team and do practice down at the Link so that his wide receivers, his young guys that have never played there, can get the feel of the grass, get the feel of the stadium itself, to feel how the wind plays a factor, how everything would end up being a factor.
Yeah, no.
That I think he said he got that from his time in Kansas City.
Was he in Kansas City? I know he was in San Diego. San Diego and Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, excuse me. That's what I was thinking. I don't know why I said Kansas City. So used to everybody being from Andy Reid's core.
Yeah, we are not with that anymore. We have moved on from the Andy Reid tree, and we have our own Frank Wright tree now.
You had mentioned Sweat when we were discussing briefly, because again we're trying to rocket through this because we're getting close to the 1:00 kickoff. Sweat just extended for, what's it, 3 years, $40 million?
3 years, $40 million. He got paid. He got paid.
He got paid. You had Fletcher Cox restructured his contract for, what do we got? We got $13.925 million signing bonus spread out for the remainder of his deal, opening up $11 million in cap space for the team.
Yeah, no, that was great for them.
Yes.
So it definitely opens up extensions for Sweat and hopefully Dallas Goedert down the road.
Yes. And speaking of Dallas Goedert and like the future of, your offense, you have Zach Ertz, who finally got everything squared away with the Eagles, wants to retire here. He's going to plan to be an Eagle to the end of his career. Made a bet with Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey lost it, saying he wasn't going to be an Eagle game one. Now Jason Kelsey's sporting the bright blonde locks like he is. Like, I guess it's some type of weird M&M fetish, or I have no idea.
Well, he lost that bet, so...
Yes, he did. It is entertaining to see him with...
He lost a bet thinking Ertz wasn't going to be here week one. Like, you're betting against your friend not being here. Pretty funny.
Yes. So we're going into today's game. Home opener. Ready to go. You got to figure, we have a ton of friends that are down at the link today. This is what, like the first actual game, first sold out game in 2 years?
Yeah.
Because of the whole pandemic and everything like that. We don't have the cardboard cutouts. We don't have filler space. I doubt you'll have any empty seats because it should be
full
rocking.
Capacity, maxed out, just like Penn State last night at 106,000.
Yes.
We'll be at close to 70 today.
Okay. Thoughts going into today's game? What are your top things you want to see out of this organization? What do you see? Obviously a win, but what do you want to see?
I want to see the offense keep on moving the ball like they did. I don't want them to stall out like they did a couple times last week. I want them to be consistent.
Yeah.
I think they are going to win today.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to win pretty big. I think it's going to be like a 27-13 win.
Okay. That being said, for my standpoint, because I think Niners offense pretty solid. I think they can put up some numbers. So I really want to see Eagles defense. I want to see at least 2 turnovers. I want to see at least 2 turnovers.
Turnovers would be nice. There was no turnovers last week.
I know. I want to see at least 2 turnovers today because I think the Niners are a better team. I think they have a better threat. And I would love to see a quarterback sack, but I think it's more important. Well, I shouldn't say more important, but I think you're going to end up seeing a lot more hurrying him to make a bad decision. If I see that and 2 turnovers, then I think we have a shot at controlling this Niners offense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You want to do your power rankings?
I don't have my phone.
That's right. Your phone died.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't have Bootch's power rankings, but stay tuned. If he texts it to me later today or whatever, I'll put it up on the Facebook page and we'll move forward. What else you got going for Eagles today?
No, I think the Eagles win big.
Eagles win big. Okay, real quick because we got about 15 minutes till kickoff. Philadelphia Phillies. Your Philadelphia Phillies. 1 game out of first place in the division. We got the Mets today. Tonight, excuse me. 8 p.m. as you can see on the screen right now. The Mets were in New York at 8 o'clock. They won the first 2 games. The Atlanta Braves have lost. We're 1 game behind.
I mean, we have an easy road, and the Braves have a less easy road. So, I mean, you should be able to catch up with them at least by midweek.
Is this going to be the Sunday of a perfect storm? Perfect weather. Eagles win. Phillies win. Braves lose. Are we going to have a perfect day today?
Reds lose, hopefully, too.
Yes.
Because we're also looking at the second wild card, too. So that'd be fantastic if that happens.
So we're hoping for like the perfect storm.
Yesterday was a perfect storm with Penn State. And
can we get it 2 days in a row?
Can we get it 2 days in a row? That's the question. I mean, we are Philadelphia fans, and
one of the things obviously that we did discuss is Bryce Harper, MVP candidate.
Well, he called up earlier.
Sure, he did. MVP candidate.
He's moving closer and closer to being the MVP.
Moving closer and closer. Is it too little, too late?
No, not at all.
You think he still has a shot?
Yeah, absolutely. The way he's been playing since All-Star break
I
is
understand.
better than any other
I understand.
person.
I understand.
He's outplayed Atune, outplayed Vladdy Daddy, outplayed Tatis in the second half of baseball. So, yeah, I think he has a good chance to win the NL MVP.
Okay. I hope you're right. I would love to see him win the MVP because
This would be his second MVP of his career,
because
too.
out of the amount of money that we're paying him is amazing. But I just feel like since he's been here, because I'm always so negative, and I get that from my dad, and I try not to be. I just feel like he's going to get frustrated with this organization, be like, why did I come here? Even though that's not how he is, I think that. I'm like, oh God.
Well,
please.
you can't do that because he's going to be here for another decade. So
I know.
Strap up and get playing.
I know.
Which he's doing. I mean, this is the best offensive season since Chase Utley.
Yeah.
So, MVP.
Last
time we had MVP was what? J-Roll?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
J-Roll or Howard? I forget which one won it first or second.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's
Okay.
been a long time. It's been a long time since we've been in the playoffs, too. So
I know.
Talking almost a decade.
Now, I did not get the. I sent you the text like weeks ago that I wanted to hold on to this link so that we could talk about it later. We're not gonna have. We don't have enough time for it today. Maybe the next time we're on the show, if we're doing it next week or in 2 weeks or whatever we end up doing.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Hall of Fame status of players.
Okay.
Because remember the link I sent you? It's like it breaks down the next like 5 years of players eligible. There's a lot of former Philadelphia Philly players on there, which makes me sad because it's like Howard, Rollins, Utley, like the 08 Phillies are there. It's like God.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing them creep up now.
Yeah. So we will bring that back and we will circle back to it and break it all down. And I would be remiss if I did not bring this up. Obviously, changing gears. Dark Side of the Ring came back.
Okay.
Dark Side of the Ring came back. I just found, I have it DVR'd, and I just found out because I can't watch any of the shows because apparently my cheap-ass Xfinity account, I don't have Vice TV.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
Oh, man.
So when you were talking, it's like, oh, yeah, it's back. I'm like, sweet. And I go on, I'm like, wait, why didn't it DVR? And I'm going through it, and it's like, oh, you don't have a subscription. I'm like, all right, well, let me watch it on demand. It's like, you need on demand, you need a subscription to watch it on demand.
Yeah.
And then that's when I realized, oh, crap. I missed an entire season of this stuff, so I never got to see the Brian Pillman stuff.
Oh, you never saw last season?
I didn't watch any of last season. I thought it's a nightmare.
So you got a lot to catch up on when you get it back.
Yeah, so I got to talk to Xfinity and figure all that out.
Yeah,
that being said, there is so much controversy over the season. This was the season premiere, right?
It's the second part of the second season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that led off with the
Plane Ride from Hell.
So since I didn't get to see it, but there's a lot of fallout coming from it, Tommy Dreamer's been suspended indefinitely from Impact Wrestling. You have apparently Ric Flair is in a poor light. You text
he was doing a helicopter with his penis over with flight attendants and stuff, trying to tell them to touch it. Yeah.
Then
you got HBK, who wasn't even on the flight. He wasn't even part of WWE at the time. He was on his hiatus. He's getting bashed because of the way they used to put drugs in the women's drinks and stuff. So they said he used to be a big part of that.
I've read an article. Terry Reynolds, who played Marlena, Goldust's ex-wife, she tore into Brock Lesnar about the size and color of his manhood.
Yes, yeah.
There's so much, there's a big fallout of that.
Oh yeah, it was.
I believe the phrase.
Vince probably wants to shut down very quickly this show.
I believe the phrase that you used when you texted me about it is, if this show continues this way, this show is going off the air.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be done.
Yeah,
that's wild. So we got about 8 minutes until the Birds kick off. Do you have a turd of the week, or what is up with that moment?
What's up with that? Turd of the week is obviously the SEC officials. Blue calls, terrible. But Penn State came out with the win.
You gotta love Penn State coming out with the win. At least it panned out for us.
You beat Wisconsin on the road. You beat Auburn at home. That's two big wins right there. You're putting on you're putting on this year. So
Yeah.
good for them.
And obviously, since we were rocketing through things, hopefully next time we will have a little bit more time to kind of go over everything and break things down a little bit better. I'd be remiss if I did not start this up real quick. Where is it? This? Yes. All right, so against all odds, here's your picks for the week. Bootch went 3-1 last week. I went 2-2. Helm 2-2. Moser 3-1. Gallo 4-0. On the screen right now, you can see everybody's picks. Bootch, you're taking the Patriots, the Bucks, the Packers, and locking up the Eagles.
Eagles all year. I'm taking.
Yeah. Are you going to lock them every week, or are you just taking them?
It just turns into my lock.
Okay. I'm taking Dallas, the Bucks. I'm taking the Bengals and locking up the Broncos. Helm's got the Broncos, the Bucks, the Seahawks, locking the Eagles. Moser taking the Eagles, the Bills, the Browns, and locking the Broncos. And Gallo's taking the Patriots, the Steelers, the Packers, and locking the Bucks. Obviously, across the board, with the exception of Moser, everybody's taking the Bucks. Lock that up. Whether you take it as a lock or not, everybody likes the Bucks today. 3 of us like the Broncos. Either way, you can see it. It's on our social media pages. It's there. And we'll keep going. Like I said, unfortunately, we did the show live. Bar doesn't open until 11. Had to do the setup. Couldn't get the show started until a little after 11:30. Hour and a half. We're trying to get to kickoff. We basically missed kickoff last week because of the Tailgate Classic. That ain't happening today. We do a lot for this show. We do a lot for all you guys. We love you. We appreciate you. But it is what it is. We got to make some changes in life. That being said, do you have anything else to wrap up with for the show?
EAGLES, Eagles. Let's go.
All right, then I will do the sports rewind and shut it down. All right, let's go back in time with this week's sports rewind. This week in sports history, 1947, Jackie Robinson is named Rookie of the Year. 1969, Steve Carlton sets record by striking out 19 New York Mets in a game. 1978, Muhammad Ali beats Leon Spinks in 15 rounds for the heavyweight boxing title. 1984, Tim Raines is the first player with 4 consecutive 70 stolen base seasons. 1987, Cal Ripken's streak of 8,243 consecutive innings is broken. Comes out to 908 games. 1988, American diver Greg Louganis smashes his head on the diving board during the 3-meter springboard preliminaries at the Seoul Olympics. He will recover and qualify for the final, which he wins the following day. 1996, Texas Rangers retire their very first number, Nolan Ryan's number 34. 1999, John Elway's number 7 jersey is retired by the Denver Broncos. 2000, Ken Griffey Jr. pinch hits his 400th home run, becoming the first Major League player to reach the mark as a pinch hitter. 2004, NFL Oakland Raider wide receiver Jerry Rice ends his NFL streak of 274 consecutive games with a reception in the 13-10 victory over the Buffalo Bills. And in 2018, Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes sets an NFL record of 10 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks of a season, torching Pittsburgh's secondary with 6 touchdown passes, leading the Chiefs to a 42-37 victory on the road. And that's what we have in this week's Sports Rewind. All right, so that concludes this week's show. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that commented, shared the show, liked the show, whatever. Keep telling everybody about us. Spread the word so we can get more of a following, so we can do more fun things. Again, you can always hit us up on the drunk line, the Sunday Punch line, 585-270-0705. Okay. Thank you, listener. Moving forward. So that concludes this week's show. We got the Eagles kicking off in 3 minutes, so we got to get moving, grooving, and everything like that. Stay tuned to our Facebook page so that you can hear from Bootch and I as to when we will be back on the air, whether we're going to be local, whether we're going to be back in the studio, or whatever the case may be. Until then, Enjoy the afternoon, and let's go Birds.
Score a touchdown, 1, 2.